Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey.
Yeah. Go.
All right. Hey guys, so welcome back to another great episode of America's Next Top Model. This is Cycle 21, Episode 8.
Woo.
The girl that says it's over, but it's never really over.
It's never really over the Top Model house.
It's not.
Not when you put it down right.
I'm your host, Emma Kay, and joining me are two wonderful guests. Men.
Gentlemen.
I'll go first.
Go first.
I'm number 3. Number 2. Hey guys, I'm Mike Scocozza. It's great to be back. Great to be back with 3/4 of the team here.
3/4 of the team. Yeah. I'm Thaddeus Massey, and I'm gonna have to make up for the missing hole in the table.
Yeah, I'm sure they're here in spirit.
I miss you, Francisco.
Yes. Until next time. But let's get right into it. It's been an amazing season.
I've been hooked. I gotta say, I've been hooked.
Line and sinker.
Yeah, it's been great.
You know, I'm not trying to bash the prior season, but it's just, I don't know, something about this season.
I thought you were gonna say it's great. It's good for not our season, but okay, whatever.
You guys
cool.
have a different vibe. You guys had more of a maturity, and it was a different feel watching you guys than it is with Cycle 21. I feel like they're growing up as we watch them. With you guys, it was just more of getting adjusting.
Nobody grew up when we were on our episode. No, nobody grew up. No, I feel like we're getting a little more Jersey Shore and Real World here, which is a nice change of pace.
It's great for television.
Yeah, it's great.
It is.
It's been fun. No, it has been. It's been very entertaining. I've enjoyed watching it.
And some of the underdogs, are coming back, and some people that we expected not to be and to stick around are actually here and winning their second best photo in a row. Lennox.
Third.
Well, not in a row. This is her third best photo, but this is
their
second
second in a row. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So it's great to see her come back, and the girl that we watched who didn't have any confidence and went through a lot of tragic accidents at home, and now is on the show. She's kicking ass.
Well, I don't know. I still feel her confidence isn't 100% there, but she is kicking ass regardless.
I think it's there more than it was before.
It's building. You can see it building, but it's not to the point where, she's been above and beyond the best model the last couple weeks, period,
Definitely.
She's definitely been doing her thing. We spoke with Matt earlier, and he mentioned how he felt like she might be kind of like hustling everybody kind of thing. Like,
you think so?
Just kind of like, I don't know if I'm dating myself here, but there was a movie called White Men Can't Jump. And the guys used to go on the basketball court and act like they couldn't play basketball.
Right, to try to pick up a game.
Right, and then they would go and then they would just hustle everybody, and they were really, really good. And sometimes you kind of feel like Lennox is just like, she's like the little innocent girl. And then when she gets on that camera and the makeup and everything comes on, she's like a totally different person.
I don't know. I met her, though, and I didn't get that. I got the very genuine vibe that she puts out.
Well, maybe it's just a Beyonce Sasha Fierce thing.
Maybe it is.
Whatever it is, I think it's the energy and the camera and everything that comes with it. It's just sometimes it does change people when you're in front of a camera. So it brings out, the adrenaline or whatever it may be, her pursuing her dreams. She changes like completely when she's in front of a camera than when we see her off camera. Right. But, we also see her causing a little bit of drama in the house. I don't know what you guys take on that. How did you feel about that?
Well, I do want to say to Thaddeus, your point last week, again, they didn't show who she chose to be in the Tyra suite with her. Again. What's going on with that, man?
Yeah,
I thought of you as soon as I saw that.
I thought of you too.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's gonna be with Lennox?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Chocolate or vanilla? Take your choice. Pick somebody. Go to the Tyra suite. Do something. Somebody.
Well,
get your snuggle on with somebody.
I'm guessing there's a lot more drama going on outside the Tyra suite. You know, with Denzel, Mariana, and everyone.
She's probably just spending time. I mean, she's probably just going to bed in there, and she's probably doing everything else with everybody in the regular part of the house. And then when it's time to go to bed, she just sleeps in there, and that's it.
I'm sure she might have chosen one person per week because she's really tight with Will, Ray, Leah, and Shy. So
yeah, I'm sure she mixes
Mariana
it up
too as well.
No, I think she just wanted to be the messenger. I think she felt sad, or she felt bad and sorry for her. It's like Mariana's all.
Did she feel sorry for her?
Does she have something for Denzel?
She ain't got nothing for Denzel.
Stay tuned.
No, that's not Denzel's cup of tea, I don't think.
Oh, well, we're so bad. No,
Denzel just wants a warm body to cuddle with next to at night. That's all.
No,
that's all
but it's really sad. I personally feel bad for Mariana. I mean, being a female, you have emotions that come out, and sometimes you might not show them in the right way, and her age is pretty young, so she's not making the right choices, but I do feel like she's falling for him, and even I think he is too, but he's playing the masculine card, like I'm not gonna go fall for her, I'm just here for the competition, but I think deep down inside he's fallen for her.
I feel like he probably does have something for her, but listen, they're on a reality TV show.
So you've met them, right?
Yeah.
Are they still together?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But
that we know of.
they're on a reality TV show. They've only known each other really a couple weeks, and it was really Mariana's age really kind of came out, and just how young and kind of immature she is in a lot of things. I mean, she literally went from sleeping with Denzel to being on the phone with her boyfriend. Right. As soon as it was over with Denzel, she's like, "Oh my God, baby, I miss you. I love you. I'm so sorry." She didn't tell him everything, of course. And then as soon as Denzel, lays on that charm, she's back to Denzel. It's like, girl, you got to make up your mind. Like, if you have feelings, that's one thing, but you can't be flip-flopping. Don't be a flip-flopper.
So how is the energy in the house? I mean, being from Cycle 20, you saw some relationships forming as well. Yeah. Is it out of desperation? Is it out of wanting camera time, or just to be relevant? I mean,
it's a mix. It's a mix of everything. I mean, when you're there, you try to find support in people because you're away from all your support. Your family, your friends, the people you normally talk to and turn to. So you look for that. Let's be honest. If you can have somebody to sleep in your bed with at night, why wouldn't you want that? If you can get a little action while you're there, it's not a bad thing.
So did anyone get action on your cycle?
Oh, I know all the dirty secrets.
Oh, this is gonna be a whole nother interview.
Yeah. A lot of stuff off camera, which I can't get into. But yeah.
Is that with the cast or outside of the cast?
No, with the cast.
Okay, because you said off camera, so I just wanted to make sure. With you
forget that once we're kicked off, we're still participating in things. You don't see what we're doing. So there's a whole nother aspect that people don't realize.
Okay.
So everybody that's kicked off right now has probably got antics going on as well.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Okay.
I'm sure they do.
Okay.
We had a great time being kicked off. We would show up to these shoots and we'd see everybody that's still on, and they just looked worn down and tired, and we're all just dancing around and having a good old time and smiling, and yeah. So again, it's a mixture of things.
Okay.
Maybe in your head you're thinking, if I play this up, I can stay a little bit longer. Maybe it's good to have somebody on my side. It never hurts to have an ally. So there's a lot of things that play into it. And again, it's just such a unique situation that you're in this small space with each other.
Do you think they try to recreate Marnie? Was that a strategy they had
do
going in?
Do I think Marvin and Renee tried to do that?
No. Denzel and Mariana.
No, I actually really feel she genuinely has feelings for him. Like, I think she really does like him. I also think they're a little misguided, but I think she genuinely felt something for him.
Why are you smirking? What is your...
Just listening to Mike.
I'm a relationship guru now. I'm moving into, I'll be a syndicated TV show. If any of you guys
want some relationship advice, please call in. The number is...
424-253-0504.
Please call.
424-253-0504.
I'll be taking over Loveline in a decade from now when Dr. G retires.
It's
Dr. Mike Scocozza.
Completely free,
Dr.
guys. Take advantage of it. If you're still up, kids, hide that phone from your parents.
I think, but going, I mean, talking about these guys, I think one thing that they've realized and they've been smart enough to figure out is that when they're not on good terms, they're off of their game when they're competing. And when they have been on good terms and things are cool, then they tend to perform better. Or so it seems.
So it seems, yeah.
No,
So
I would have to disagree.
Okay, so say they get paired, say they're on good terms and one of them gets paired with somebody that the other one doesn't like, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
That could bug one of the other ones. But when they're not getting along, I think it's worse for them. Because
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because they're stuck in this like space of there's no security within what they think they have. And I think both of them are kind of jockeying for position. There's like a lot of ego going on with these two. Mm-hmm. They're probably both used to having the upper hand in whatever relationship that they're in. So there's like this tug of war going on that's all ego based.
I just don't like the fact that Denzel is trying to keep his cool with everyone, but he's making Mariana look bad because she seems like she's an outcast. Or they started off being the outcast, but he hangs around more with the group. But
I feel like he takes it realistically too.
Right.
You know?
He definitely takes it more realistically. I think he's a little bit more mature. I think he's kind of just calling a relationship
what it is. Yeah.
He's not, I don't think he's like playing her in front of everybody or making her look bad. I mean, if it's about making somebody look bad, I mean, she was cuddling with Matt when she first got there and she had a boyfriend. Right? And then we saw the antics where she got it, started, jumped in with Denzel. And now she's hanging out with Denzel. And this boyfriend is still back home promoting her on social media and blah, blah, blah.
Poor guy.
And as soon as
she just got side pieces everywhere.
I mean, I would love to interview her and find out, what was going on through her mind at that time. Like,
she's a pimp.
When you go back home, what are you gonna tell him?
Well, again, he's not
gonna watch the whole thing.
He's not watching it until now when we see it.
Right.
True.
So there's been months passed by.
He might not be watching it anymore.
Who even knows?
God, I don't know. There's like too much going on. There's breakups and then makeups and then breakups again. It's just, I think, way too much drama for one house. For we're down to 9 people now for 9 people.
Yeah,
it's a lot of ridiculousness going on.
At least we see Denzel manning up this episode and
he manned up
to Will.
So
that was a great closure, somewhat of a closure. I love the way Will handled the whole situation. To me, it shows who he is, and at the end of the day, he's gonna get somewhere because he's not gonna let people's negativities put him down, and he was a bigger person in the whole situation.
I wish they actually would have talked about it right away last episode. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, it kind of, I'm sure it took Will off guard and he needed to compose himself, but Denzel did try to approach him and talk to him right away. I'm glad they eventually did sort it out.
How long is one episode? It's 1 day, right? So technically he could have talked to him the following day after panel.
Yeah, it probably really was
right away.
Actually, the next day. In the actual timeline of events, it probably was the next day.
Yeah, so I'm sure he wanted things to settle down.
Tyra also did bring it up at panel. She brought it up again at this panel.
How did they find out everything that goes on? Is it
they know.
They got
cameras everywhere.
And they're watching. It's like Big Brother.
There's always somebody watching. There's always somebody watching.
I mean,
but one eye open.
I don't know. It's just.
Here's the thing: when Will and Denzel were having this conversation, I feel like
it's a counseling session at panel, not like judging.
You
go in there.
No, if you pay attention, they make little comments that parlay to what's happening in the house. Mm-hmm. And if you have to pay attention closely, but you're like, how did they know that?
You're right.
Like they know stuff right
I know
away.
That's right why I'm saying, like, okay, if it happens during the day, they go to panel. Is panel at night, or how does that work?
Panel's during the day.
Okay.
Panel is like a 8-hour process.
Are you
so it's a whole
me?
day, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a long day.
I mean, it's
to go through each person. Obviously, when it airs, you don't see the whole critique, but they critique for about 10-15 minutes on each person.
Wow.
Sometimes they have to stop in between for angles and lighting and that kind of stuff, and and then the whole deliberation and however else they want to play it out. It's a long process. So when you're doing panel, the only thing you're doing that day is panel.
Okay.
So there's nothing else happening that day.
Got it. So it's one day.
It's basically one day.
The other day panel.
Actually, the way we did it, we always usually did the shoot first, challenge, interview day, panel, start over.
Wow.
Is that why the challenges always seem more fun and light, the energy? Because like the shoot is kind of like really when you're concentrating and focusing on getting your work in. Like, this is my chance to shine. And then when you have the challenge, it's more of like a fun team exercise. So it's kind of the pressure is kind of off, and you get to work with everybody.
Their challenges this year seem much more team oriented and sort of fun oriented. Ours were much more challenging. And difficult and
spinning
and weird
discs and
like this is actually kind of cool. They're like they're shooting an ad campaign. They're like they did the same thing with Nick Cannon almost, you know, and how to do it with Kelly.
Yeah.
You know,
they get a lot of creative freedom too.
A lot of creative freedom. Yeah, it's really cool to see. I wish we could have got to done more than that.
I think you guys probably would have had the upper hand in creativity than they did.
I'm just a creative butterfly. I just have, you know, stuff spewing out of me.
I would have been scared to see, you know, all you guys fighting for the lead, but you guys have more leaders than they do.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think Cycle 20 has more leaders than Cycle 21. Cycle 21, I feel like they're the kids of the hippies. Like, can we all just get along?
Cycle 20 was like the test group.
Yeah,
I feel like because obviously that's the first time they ever had a co-ed cast, right? And now they're
refining the process.
Yes, they're just like fine tuning and tweaking some things that make it more fun, I think, for the contestants and the audience. They're just like learned a lot of stuff from last season. I think they're applying, and they're gonna continue to do it. It's a work in process, and then next season, I'm sure there's gonna be some better things that we'll see as the audience to enjoy.
I just feel like this season is a lot more self-promoting with everything than it was last season. You know, we have for the first contest, it's Kelly Cutrone, and she's promoting her line, her clothing line, with Marvin Scott Jarrett, who's the founder of Nylon. So the group has to pair up in teams. So we have Keith, Mariana, and Matthew, who volunteered to be leaders. Keith is paired up with Adam and Shy in their team Army. Matthew is with Raylia and Will, their Love. Mariana is with Denzel and Lennox, their Electric. Disaster.
It's electric.
I'm just like, what was going on through people's heads during this contest? Everyone was a hot mess, and
Kelly was so excited to get into that and just rip people apart.
Kelly's getting ready for her own show, which I don't think is going to last too long. But she's promoting herself, and she's just like a completely different person in panel than she is, you know, when she's.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I feel like she's exactly the same.
I thought she was exactly the same.
She just doesn't have Tyra to corral her now.
Right.
I was just gonna say that she's more calm because Tyra's around, and Tyra's the queen bee, you know, and she's
not calm. She's like a lion in a cage that's reaching out. That's what she's like. When she's on the set, now she's the lion.
That's her domain. That's her domain.
No,
that's where she's made her living.
Don't get me wrong. I love her, and I love, you know. If Kelly tells you that you suck, you suck. I don't care what Tyra gives you. If she gives you a 10, you know, she's pretty straightforward and honest in her judging.
Well, one thing I was really surprised that she said Shy didn't shoot well. And I was really shocked that she said that. I was like, what, really? And then Marvin he thought, no, I like,
he liked her look, but Marvin hasn't been around to see her photos and how she's done in the competition. And up until this point, she hasn't stepped up. And I don't know whether, you know, it's the photos and how, you know, they're picking and what they're picking, you know, for us to see. And if it's a master plan, you know, for who gets to be top 5, I don't know. But I think it's done on purpose. And we all know, you know, that Shy does take great photos. She has been modeling for, I don't know how long, since she was 17, 18.
Right.
So Kelly, I don't know why she would make that statement, but again,
I don't know. I didn't agree with
I
the
think it's
statement.
specific things that they're putting out there for us to pick up on.
But even her picture,
Even with Lennox, like the
yeah.
transformation.
I don't
you
know.
know,
I'll
it-
say I felt that Marvin's comment seemed kind of genuine and
It
off the
was.
cuff.
right?
It
You know,
was.
I really think, to me, out of everyone, again, this is knowing them, but Shy kind of really embraces that nylon culture, and I think Marvin picked up on that right away,
Uh-huh.
and that's why I think he made a comment. And I think it was maybe somebody tripped into Kelly, or Kelly wanted to interject her own feelings, but I felt his comment to her seemed very genuine. I feel like they didn't tell him to say that.
No. I think it's definitely genuine, but I think they, Kelly, or they might be prepping Shy to be the, like Lennox, you know, how
Right,
she's
right.
building
yeah.
this confidence and she's completely different because
every
one of the
character
things
has to
that,
have an arc.
Right, well, we talked about that a little bit last week, kind of
Yeah.
building people up, you know,
Yeah.
bringing them down and then building them back up.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the, you know, things that I disagree with is people not taking direction, especially when it's for someone who is, you know, it's a challenge, but at the same time, you're shooting for Kelly's line. And Denzel, I feel like, just keeps on digging himself a deeper hole and a deeper hole. And I don't know, you know, if my prediction should be that Denzel's going home, you know, next episode. But how do you guys feel about not taking direction and doing what Kelly says?
I mean, I would like to see the whole chain of events that happened. I mean, who knows if he did put a shirt back on after she told him to put a shirt on, and then she saw him without a shirt. I mean, I don't know. You know, again, we weren't there. We don't know how it went down, but I do feel I'll make a bold prediction. I'm going to say either Denzel or Mariana goes home next week. I think they're going to break it up completely.
I think so too. I think
I don't mean to jump ahead here.
Oh no! I think that was one of my
getting into
predictions
it.
too. The girl that says it's over. The title says enough for the next episode. I think one of them is going home.
I think so too. Yeah.
Well, he got oiled. I don't even think he put a shirt on. I think he got oiled up, and then she was like, "No, you're not going to put a shirt on with that." And then she told him to go see hair and makeup. He never went to hair and makeup and just
Probably
began
didn't.
to shoot.
Right.
No, he
Probably.
he never put anything on. And she's like, "What are you doing? Like, you know, what is she?" I can't forget the comment that she made. But he was just proceeding to shoot, right? After she told him to go see hair and makeup, to get the oil off, and then go put a shirt on. Like, why are you still standing here?
Let's be honest. If Kelly has a chance to get on you about something, she's going to get on you about something.
And she
It's
was
just the way
right.
she
He should have
is.
listened to her and done what she told
I think
him to
my
do.
favorite moment from that contest was Shy wearing Kelly's shoes and walking, and Kelly's like, "You do know those are my shoes, right?" She's like, "Oh, really? Okay." She just like keeps on going.
Yeah, that was
Well,
funny.
they were sitting around probably. Why else would she put them on? You know?
Exactly. She's like, "Well, I'm shooting your clothes. I might as well take your shoes."
Right. Right.
So
Embracing the Kelly Cutrone.
exactly. So the winner of the contest was Team Army. So it came down to Team Love and Team Army. And Team Army definitely won the shoot. I think they
Shy,
coordinated.
Adam, and-
Yes.
yeah.
Keith, Adam, and Shy. They
Yeah.
coordinated very well, even though Keith was the leader. He didn't pretty much take the lead. I think Shy was in the
seems
lead
like it,
coordinating, but it worked out well. As far as, you know, Mariana blaming
Hey,
her
if you
not
win,
being
you win.
bitchy, and her, you know, it's all the excuses come out when people don't do well.
I did really love that one shoot though with Will, Rayleigh, and Matt.
I
that
love
one
that.
they got was incredible.
Yes.
Yes.
Like they all looked
Yes.
spot on. That was a great shot.
It was, but I don't know what Matt was thinking about slutty high school. Did you ask him today?
No, I didn't. You know,
He steers
I was
clear
like,
of the.
Yeah, I was like, you know, it is what it is. I actually focus on the final product because I feel like their final product, if it was for any other publication, probably would have been the number one. You know, just the fact that it was for Nylon and for Kelly Cutrone's line, I could see why.
That was a challenge, though.
Yeah, exactly. Team Army,
Yeah.
Team Army won, but just as a photo shoot or a photo on its own, just a blanket challenge without anything, I would have picked their choice. I would have picked Matt
I'd agree.
and who was it? Matt, Rayleigh, and Will.
Yeah.
That's what I would have chosen.
Yeah, I think that the last shot was great. They all looked great in the photo, but
And I know Rayleigh was so tall either.
Yeah,
She's
she's very tall.
Her head is like right there with them.
She's
I was
very
like,
tall.
Oh, she's tall. Crazy.
yeah, I would definitely love to see some of Kelly's, you know, other clothing that she has. Some of them, you know, looked kind of weird, but I did like the choices that Mariana made. I think their outfits, except Lennox, was great. That tight skin, leather suit, whatever bodysuit she had on was just...
Oh, yeah.
It looked really...
Was that from the line, you think?
I thought they were...
Everything was from the line.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. It just didn't seem...
Yeah.
It seemed a lot of place.
Well, they were electric, so I guess it was matching the theme. And moving on to the photo shoot. This was an interesting photo shoot because I thought they were going to reveal the DNA results back into, the beginning of the season when they actually took the test.
Oh, I thought they were going to wait even longer, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if you remember when they did it,
okay,
they were like, we're going to reveal this in some special way at the end if you make it far enough, Mm-hmm. They made it seem it was going to be a huge thing. I mean, it played into the shoot, obviously, but yeah, it was kind of, okay.
I thought they were going to do it the same episode. Because I was like, why? You can't make a big deal out of it and then drag it out. Unless they're going to be so specific that they're like, you're related, you're like, fifth cousins of
but
Henry VIII,
which we see.
I think they really had to calm the ocean down with all the drama that's been going on in the house, and with Will and Denzel out in the real world, it gets pretty nasty with fans and social media. So I think they had to calm it down, in some way or another by making them relate to one another.
Literally
relate to one another.
That's funny how that worked out.
Yeah. So it's a DNA results heritage shoot, and they have to use their heritage in the shoot. And we have Corey, who is back.
What's up, buddy?
He's like the mascot of season 20.
Yeah,
listen, producers, you know me. I'm available. If you need me for a shoot or something, just call me up.
I'll dress and undress the girls.
Fluffer right here.
Yeah. Female.
And
Ready
we
to
have
go.
photographer Eric Asla. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Who's back shooting for this photo shoot.
He did the water shoot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Corey is back as well. He's Corey-bot.
Corey-bot.
It's a combination of humans and robots.
He's an androgynous robot from the future with no ears. Why he had no ears, we do not know. Robots in the future
I
have no
wish they
ears.
would have shown some of the videos they took backstage with Corey and his Corey-bot outfit and dancing and all of that. I don't know if you guys have seen it on YouTube or, social media. It's hilarious.
Oh, really? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
So, just to go through the DNA real quickly, Raylia, Mariana, and Lennox are Asian. They have an Asian heritage. Keith and Matthew have Spanish heritage. Denzel and Will, European, Jewish, Scandinavian, and Finnish.
That falls under Scandinavian.
Finnish.
But yeah.
Finlandish.
So, I don't know. How did they match those two up?
I don't know how they did it.
Very interesting. And then we have Shy and Adam, who... Irish.
Makes a lot of sense for Adam.
Thank
you. Know what?
Yes.
It makes a lot of sense.
Definitely. Shy too, actually.
Yeah.
And both of them. It makes perfect
and
sense.
I think Native American as well, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think Irish was the one that really stood out to me.
Well, Irish is the one they had in common. I think Shy had Native American in her background as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right there.
So, very interesting choices. I think AFTERBUZZ needs to give us some DNA testing as well. We would like to reveal our DNAs.
Ancestry.com. We're around. We're available.
They can't find me.
Can't find you.
I've tried it. They can't find me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. Really?
Yeah. My roots don't start here, so I guess Ancestry.com doesn't trace back to...
I don't know. Maybe you're a robot from the future. That's what it is.
No, she has ears. That doesn't. No, it isn't.
It could be, but you guys should definitely log on and let us know what you think. Maybe you guys could tell us what our heritage and our DNA are.
I want to know if somebody online out there, if you find some weird, funky heritage that you didn't know you had.
Yes.
Let us know. let us know.
That would be very interesting. And then post a picture of yourself.
Post a picture, yeah.
Yeah,
just get involved.
Let us know. Go on to YouTube, iTunes, rate, comment, give us 5 stars, and don't forget to tweet us as well. Give us your predictions of what's going to happen until the next episode, who's going to get eliminated. So let's go to panel.
Did we miss anything?
We're not going to talk about any of these pictures?
Yeah, panel.
Okay. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
What you guys want to talk about?
I mean, I really liked the photo shoot.
I loved it.
I mean, Corey was a weird robot from the future, whatever, but stylistically, the photos were awesome.
Yeah, they were dope.
The location was great. I feel like they put a lot of thought into each setup, which was awesome. Like, it was like really cool to see.
And Tyra actually directed that.
She did.
Yeah.
It's great when she's around.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I think, an advantage to having her around because we don't really get to see her. And she does have some really great creative insight, but I don't know why she's not around as much. And Miss J, too.
Yeah, I haven't seen Miss J at a shoot for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the season's not over. I mean, we got some episodes to go, so maybe they'll.
Yeah, but we're used to, seeing Miss J out, with the contestants, and directing and giving and just being Miss J.
She has such great feedback and it's just a wealth of information, and you want to absorb all that.
It's youth-size season.
It is youth-size season. I mean, youth-size, listen, he plays it up for the television show. He's an amazing photographer. Youth-size shoots some of the biggest campaigns that like out there right now.
Yeah, but how much of a creative director is he?
I would say very much so. Yeah.
As in directing
photo shoots per se? I don't know, but I would say listen, he's been doing it for a long time. He's phenomenal at what he does. Even if he typically doesn't, he still knows what he's doing. Okay. He still knows what he's doing. Trust me.
Definitely, you can tell he's definitely playing it up for camera. Yeah. As far as his personality is concerned for TV, but you can tell he's the dude. He knows.
Listen, I shot with the guy for 15 minutes. I learned more in those 15 minutes than I did the entire rest of the time I was on the show. He's amazing.
Yeah, I believe that.
So how come we haven't seen any improvement in this cast?
Again, we're gonna see what the producers want us to see.
Well, that's because you got a couple of them have been coachable, like Adam, but everybody is not as coachable. Everybody's not absorbing the little nuggets that's been dropped on them. So that also is a testament to how coachable somebody is and how can they take direction when they shoot. I think that's one of the things that's really helped Lennox. She can take direction really, really well. Besides having a unique look, so. That plays a factor. And
one comment I also want to make is that I really like the outfits. Whoever is a designer, wherever they got these outfits from, but they mixed it in very well with the heritage with the futuristic.
Yeah, visually everything was great.
Look, so it was great. So
the only one I hated was Denzel's. I don't know why they threw this Coming to America, Eddie Murphy, leopard print skin on his shoulder,
totally
with the beard, and he's got the muscle and he's flexing. It looks like, this is what the jungle of the future looks like. What is this?
Okay, well,
then it was just I guess it was this whole ethnic thing to it, but still, it was still a little over the top for me.
A little bit.
Yeah, it was a little over the top with the leopard skin. That was a little over the top.
And that's the whole reason why I'm saying I think he's gonna go home next episode, because they've been prepping us and setting him up with.
He didn't even have the worst
everything.
Photo. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst one either.
Yeah, and the fact that they keep pointing out his arm, they actually haven't even brought that up once. And now all of a sudden it's like a thing,
right?
And they're like, "Oh yeah, we just saw you 4 days ago, but we want you to look a lot skinnier now." It's kind of like they said with Don when Don was, because they kept saying, "Don, you got to bulk up, you got to bulk up." You see us 3 days ago. You can't put on. You don't give us weights to bulk up. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they expect us to do something in that sort of time frame.
Okay, with that said, how does everyone stay in shape when they're eating and drinking all the time?
Oh, I was in terrible shape once I got off the show. It took me like 2 months to get back into shape.
Wow.
But you guys look great on camera.
That's camera.
It was a slow decline. It started out good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you used to work out and do some exercises with Jeremy.
Well, listen, we had equipment. It all broke, and then they never got us new equipment. I don't even think they gave him equipment.
Let me guess. Phil broke the.
Phil broke it. Yeah.
Jumping over everything, doing stunts and all this stuff.
But anyways, let's talk about Mariana's photo shoot.
Okay.
She was on point as soon as her and Denzel rekindled their whole relationship. She got back in front of the camera, and just like Lennox, I love Mariana in front of the camera. I mean, whatever she does behind the camera and behind closed doors is her deal. But I think she has transformed from the sex model that we saw her coming in as, and now she's high fashion. Her, her structure on her face and everything is just great for the camera.
Yeah, no, she photographs really well, and she can do a very various looks.
I like, what she, the direction she was taking from Tyra and actually doing what Tyra wanted her to do, and she had a good chemistry with Corey.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Adam's photo shoot. Adam was one that
it sucked.
Was weird.
He knows it. I mean, I haven't asked him or talked to him about it, but I mean, he looked uncomfortable.
He was really uncomfortable with Corey.
I don't even know why they even did that pose, particularly like how they even ended up in that pose. It was like Corey was no way Corey can hold Adam up. Like it really looked uncomfortable. Like they're in an uncomfortable position. He almost looked like he was kind of constipated. It looked really bad. Like it was just not a comfortable position. His clothes were being pulled awkwardly. The length of his body didn't look. I was like, I would have been like, no, this does not work. I don't even feel comfortable. Like, not comfortable whatsoever.
Okay, how about we talk about our favorite, and we cannot all choose Lennox.
Well, it was Lennox, and I feel like they really kind of played her up too. I mean, they set her up on that one. Tyra was even there like fixing her hair. Like, I mean, I feel like they're kind of playing favorites with her a little bit. But again, she is kicking ass.
I have to say that my favorite was Ray Leah. This is really odd for me, but I just,
do you like that headdress?
That headdress. Something about the headdress
kind of worked.
And it just the picture was just it was killer.
You like the picture?
I thought it was killer.
I didn't like the picture. I didn't like what they did with her body. It was just it didn't have any.
She teach just about right. Tyra mentioned and all that. So I mean, I think I love that picture. Something about that headdress just set that picture off for me.
No, the outfit was amazing, but I didn't like her photo.
I loved Will. Actually, I loved Will's shot. That was cool. That was a really cool shot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he had that confidence, like I got this.
The smiles.
And the way they shot it in the mirror like that, it was that was a really really cool shot.
Yeah, he was really.
That actually probably was my favorite.
Falling in love with himself.
Yeah, I think. I'm still gonna stick with Lennox. And the worst shot, Matthew. Unfortunately, I don't know if. What was going on with him?
I don't think Matthew had the worst shot.
Keith and Matthew, I'm gonna say had.
Keith's picture was like, Denzel's was, Shy's was middle of the road.
Matthew was just.
Listen,
confused.
it was Matt's time to go, and he was going. That's what it was. Let's say what it was.
Matt could have been in the bathtub where Lennox was at, looking up into the sky, with the light shining on him. He still would have went home.
Okay, so
they would have did him like that. Anyway,
as we predicted, Lennox is the winner. She has the best photo, and it's down to Mariana and Matthew, and Matthew is eliminated. We had, but you know, I have high hopes that he's gonna come back.
Listen, Matt's been working as a model for years. He's everywhere. He's a really talented dude, and I love the way he put it. He took it as, listen, this was a cool experience. This isn't going to define me in any way. I'm already somewhat made a name for myself. I'm going to continue to make names for myself, and this is just another platform for me.
I think he couldn't wait to get out of the house and go next door. He just took off.
B Squad, baby. Woo!
But don't forget that all the contestants have an opportunity to come back.
Yes,
that's going to be coming up soon.
With everyone. So who knows? I have a feeling Chantel's going to be back, and Tyra couldn't play favorites with her yet.
That's interesting.
But I have a feeling that Chantel's going to be back. Do you guys have any predictions on who might be back?
I haven't really thought about it yet.
I'll go with Chantel. That's an easy one for me to go with that. To go with her coming back.
You think she'll throw a bone? You think they'll mix it up and bring two people back? Because they brought a guy and a girl back last year.
And
they didn't even. They said there was only going to be one.
Exactly.
So they might bring Romeo back.
No, he's eliminated.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's not even in the house.
No, they straight up sent him home. He's not even in the B Squad home.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry, Romeo. I tried.
Yeah. But I will say, make sure you watch next week's episode because I was there. I was there. I was there.
The Fashion Week,
Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we might even see, I don't know, someone over here
hopefully they didn't give me the cut, the nicks, but yeah, I was there. I was walking in the Civil Society, as you'll see.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Scocozza!
we can't wait until next week. But any last thoughts, guys?
No, loving it so far.
Who's getting voted off next week?
Oh, next week.
I said Denzel or
I say
Adam.
Denzel and Mariana. Yeah, I think they're gonna. I don't think Adam's going yet.
We'll see.
Oh, seem very confident there.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure Denzel and Mariana next week. I think. Let me see. Ray Leah next week.
Okay. Well, if you guys think otherwise, let us know. Tweet us, call us, whatever you want to do. Just let us know. Well, where can everyone find you guys?
You can find me. I'm gonna go. All right. Mike Scocozza, last name Scoccozza. Instagram, Twitter, you know it, the works.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Club Thaddeus.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at RealEmmaK. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week, same place, same time. Bye-bye.
Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.